since then.
Okay. Can you tell us what it was like training the South Vietnamese? Because that was your primary
Yeah.
MOS, wasn't it, as an advisor, was to
Well,
train them?
yeah, one of the things that happened, when we got these 20 new guys, the squadron commander said, you now IP, instructor pilot. And I had a tour as instructor pilot, I mentioned earlier, and so I kind of worked up a little syllabus. It took about 45 hours of flying to get a guy checked out combat ready. First of all, they hadn't flown at all in the A1E, which was a single engine thing. It's a little bit harder to fly, for one thing. In the A1E, in the two-place job, the fat face thing, it has a rudder that sticks up quite a ways in the air, and you're out of the prop wash, so it's a little easier to land and to fly it. But the A1E, the thing is in the prop wash, and that torque is just really hard. So we had to first of all get them to fly the A1E. They'd never flown it before. Then we had to start taking them up on different kind of combat missions, bombing, strafing, napalm, rockets, and we had to go through that they did at least each of those things, at least once. I would demonstrate, and they would do it, and so on. And we had formation flying, a little bit instrument flying. They didn't like instrument flying, but I did it anyway.
Everybody should know a little instrument training. I think some of the Kennedys would profit by that one, knowing a little bit about instrument flying. So
I like to, every time we came back from a mission, I would like to do a GCA, ground control intercept, GCA, ground control approach. And that's a radar thing, or the guy on the ground has radar, he knows where you are, he tells you turn left, turn right, do this, so on. And it's to make an instrument landing. You can land in 0-0 weather with that airplane, with that kind of instrument. And I thought it was always good to practice it. By the way, there was an island out there right off the end of the runway, and you'd go past that island like this, and you see it's up like this. And I read a book one day about it was about Vietnam. The guy I think called Upcountry. I don't know if you ever heard of that book or not. But one of the places they stopped was at the Trag, and they went out there to the island for a noodles colony. I'm glad I didn't know about it while I was there. I probably would have spun in trying to see what was going on.
that's hilarious. You know, the more that I interview gentlemen like yourself, the more ironically funny stories that just slip out. You know, one guy was telling me about how they had a pet bear that they, grew, and they would wrestle with this bear, and it was okay when it was a cub, but, after a couple of months it got a little perilous, and I was like, who wrestles with a bear?
Our squadron in Germany had a...
And now you have a nudist colony off your runway.
had a pet monkey that he bought from the circus one time, and it would run around the officers' club, crap on things. It was awful monkey.